Welcome. This is A&E with Alexandra T. Hi, I'm Alexandra Todd. We begin with breaking news. The show Ellen is ending.
Just this morning that the U.S. halted the administration of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. This decision comes after 6 women reported a rare and severe type of blood clot. On a lighter note in entertainment, an up-and-coming local rapper held a launch party in Chicago, and our Jade Nash was there. She joins us live downtown with more. Hi, Jade. Welcome to CAN TV. I'm Alexandra Todd, and I will be talking to David Abrahamson about what it is like being an artist during the pandemic and participating in a virtual art fair. Yes, Daisy, the ratings for the Oscars this year were an all-time low, according to the Nielsen ratings. The 93rd Academy Awards had only 9.85 million viewers. This is 58% lower than the audience of last year in 2020. This is where the Franklin College journalism students write different stories for the StateHouseFile.com and the Indiana Citizen.
I'm excited to share with you my time out on the farm this week, but first, now everyone is eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Social media has been a platform for celebrities to encourage others to get the shot.
There was nothing funny about comedy being paused during the pandemic, but here at Laugh Factory Chicago, performers can now perform live in front of an audience. Today marks the first day since the pandemic that Chicago's parks and playgrounds are officially open.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Todd, and I'm here at the location of where Little Shop of Horrors is going to be performing live.
Despite the pandemic, farmers markets are still in full swing here in Chicago. Vendors are taking all safety precautions, wearing gloves, masks, and keeping a good amount of social distancing. I'm about to head to Walgreens for my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Hi everyone, I'm here at Glenart Farms, and I have a couple of friends with me I'm excited to tell you all about.
Located on Chicago's west side, Glenart Farm offers goat yoga, sells raw goat milk, and participates while giving back in their community.
The farm started with chickens about 12 or 13 years ago. And then one fateful day, about 11 years ago, I came home and Carolyn was on Craigslist looking at goats. Goats are famous for breaking down fences, and they've helped us to break down some barriers in a neighborhood.
Located in Lakeview East, Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health is a coffee shop with a new way of thinking. Their mission is to normalize therapy.
We started very simple with 3-hour events inside of coffee houses and bars and hair salons, to be able to walk into a space to sit down, talking about stuff that you wouldn't normally talk about at home or at school or in the workplace.
The Metropolis Performing Arts Center is taking a step forward since the beginning of the pandemic. Actors express how the last year made them feel.
There's a transition that happens, I think, with a lot of artists when your hobby and escape becomes your career. You kind of have a little existential crisis.
If I'm not performing, then who am I? What is my contribution to the world? Because that was my contribution. I am an artist. That is what I do. I perform.
As they say in show business, the show must go on. Meg McNair is one of thousands of Chicagoans who chose to adopt during COVID-19. However, her story is a little different. Meet Sam.
He was born with a malformed leg, and he needed to get it amputated. So when I got him, he did have 4 legs. About a month after I adopted him, he got his front leg amputated, and so now it's been almost 4 months, and he doesn't even know. You wouldn't even know.
According to the Human-Animal Bond Research Institute, 74% of pet owners said that having a pet improved their mental health.
I always wanted a dog, but was always too busy.
The pandemic provided the perfect timing for Meg to adopt. Meg is an inspiration to all, and it begs the question, who saved who?
Hey yins guys, I'm your pal Lil Al, a proud Pittsburgher. Everybody always asks me, hey, Lil Al, what's so great about Pittsburgh?
If you've ever visited the city of Pittsburgh, you might have heard some strange words. Words like Jimmy's for sprinkles, hanky for handkerchief, nebby for nosy, sandwiches for sandwiches, hankerin, a need for, buggy for a shopping cart, clicker for the remote control, and wash, which means washed. So where did these words come from? Pittsburghese is the dialect of the city of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, where the Monongahela and the Allegheny River join.
The first people from Europe to live in southwestern Pennsylvania were Scots-Irish between 1717 to 1775.
You can trace the word yins back to the very first people who spoke English in this area, the first permanent settlers who spoke English, who were people from Northern Ireland, families sometimes from Scotland, Northern England, and so they spoke the English the way people did where they came from.
These immigrants were seen as crude and combative by the established colonists and were only welcomed by Pennsylvania. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Pittsburgh's population nearly doubled as droves of immigrants flocked to work in the city.
The steel mills and coal mines in western Pennsylvania that recruited heavily in southern and eastern Europe for workers.
Most were non-English speakers and picked up the language loosely through conversations with other immigrants.
They put their own particular flavor to it. I mean, you had the Italians and you had the Polish and you had the Czechoslovakians, and so all learning English from their own perspective. And so what they ended up with was a very unique language that reflected both their cultural background and also the practicalities of working in an industrial environment.
Learning words like slippy instead of slippery, red up for tidy up, crick instead of creek, and yuns or yins for you guys. Everyone in Pittsburgh spoke this way, even the local aristocrats. The dialect gained notoriety when linguists began visiting the area in the 1930s and 40s, reporting that Pittsburghers had developed a unique way of talking. In the 1960s, newspapers began printing words from the dialect. It was during this time when the term Pittsburghese was coined.
I like to go downtown and hang out up there, over there, down there, everywhere.
Throughout the years up to today, Pittsburghese has been said to be the language of the working class and far from elegant. However, yins has become a brand. Synonymous with the city of Pittsburgh, many identify with the word positive or negative.
Something to be proud of. I mean, it's really, a lot of people, are proud to say, I talk like a Pittsburgher. And, that means something. It means you have a work ethic. It means you're dedicated to getting the job done.
Come on down, I'll show you around.
So, what do you think? Is it the ugliest accent in America? Get out of here!